Today you will be with Dr. Amitabh Sarkar from DICB Public High School from Department of Physics. So today you are all with me for Newton's first law. So we'll get a knowledge a little bit about the Newton's first law. So first the statement, what is Newton's first law? That Newton's first law states that if we do not apply any external force or if there is no internal force acts on a body, the body will remain in its own state of rest or of uniform motion unless and until the force is applied. Means a body will continue in its own state of rest or of uniform motion if we do not apply any external force from any external agencies. So this Newton's first law gives you the two concepts. One is the definition of force and second one is the definition of inertia. So let us first definition of force. So force is that thing which can change or tends to change. Why I am telling tends to change? Like if we apply the force on wall, the wall will not move. That means we will not get any displacement. That means the force may be that thing which can change or which cannot change the position of the body. So depending on that one, the force is of two types. One is the balance force. So balance force is that force where we will not get any displacement. That is when you apply some force. So that force will be countered by some other external forces or even some internal forces. That's why you will not get any effective displacement. That is in case of balance force the displacement will be zero. And what is effective force? Effective force means when you apply some force and if the force is sufficiently large, so by overcoming the opposing forces, if the body will get some displacement, then this force is said to be effective force. Like if we apply some force sufficient amount so that you can be able to change the position of an object or body, then it is said to be effective force. Means in effective force there will be some definite value of the displacement, but in case of balance force the displacement value will be zero. So this is the first pattern. In the second part is the definition of inertia. What is inertia? Inertia means basically the laziness, that is the tendency of the body to remain in its own state. State means mainly two types. One is the rest and second one is the motion. But third one is also there. This is called the rotation. So inertia is that thing due to which the body will not able to change or willingly the body will not change its position or state is called inertia. So that inertia again is of three types. One is called the inertia of rest. That is the tendency of a body to remain in its own state of rest. Like in your home there is an almirah or in school with the chairs, table, benches. If you do not apply any force, it will remain in its own position. This is called the inertia of rest. Second one, inertia of motion. What is inertia of motion? Motion means movement. That is if a body move continuously and it will not stop, because if you do not apply any external force, then it is said to be inertia of motion. That is the tendency of a body to remain in its own state of motion, uniform motion. Then it is called inertia of motion. And third one is the inertia of rotation. That is if a body rotates in a circular path continuously without any obstacle, then it is said to be inertia of rotation, like motion of an earth around the sun. Though there is some forces, but still we will assume that it is continuously with a constant velocity. That is actually inertia of rotation. Now that means basically the thing is that the concept of Newton's first law is it gives the definition of force and second one it gives the definition of inertia. So that's all today, and for the next part we'll go for again for the part 2. Thank you.